Hey, in this video today I'm going to compare the Sing movies from Illumination to the Frozen movies from Disney Animation. First of all, when we look at the highest Rotten Tomatoes score for each franchise, with the two Sing movies, the first one has a score of 71%, the second one a score of 72, so they literally almost have the same score. So the second movie by just 1 point has the higher score of 72%. With Frozen, the first film is an 89%. Frozen wins this round. Then when we look at the lowest score for each franchise, with Frozen 2, that one has a 77%, the lowest score for the Frozen franchise. And that's a good sign right there, because 77% is not a bad score at all. That's still really good. That's still certified fresh. We've seen the lowest score is a 71% for the first film, so Frozen's going to win this round again. Then when we look at the average score, with the same movies, you have an average of 71.5. With Frozen, you have an average of 83. Frozen wins this round. Then when we look at disparity between the lowest and highest score, Sing is actually going to win this round because there's literally only a gap of 1 between the two scores. Whereas a Frozen, the gap is not too big to be sure. It's fairly small, but it's just a little bit bigger because between 77 and 89 you have 12. Next, we're going to look at my personal opinion. Frozen's already going to win this debate regardless of my personal opinion, but let's look at this. First of all, I definitely have more nostalgia for Frozen because I saw Frozen 2 in theaters with my parents, and the first time I watched Frozen, actually, it was with my dad along with an aunt and uncle on his side of the family and some of my cousins. Whereas with the Sing movies, I watched both of them for the first time not too long ago, within the past year, I would say, on my own. Now, when it comes to quality, I enjoy both the Sing movies. They're certainly not the greatest animated films out there, but I don't really have a lot of issues with either one. I think they both have a good story. I like the characters that we spend time with. I think they have heart. With the first movie, you have that gorilla that wants to sing even though his family doesn't want him to, and you have this guy who owns a theater that's been a failure for quite a good amount of time, and then he actually succeeds. With the second movie, meet this guy who lost his wife and thus has become a shut-in, but then through meeting this animal, he's inspired to actually go out there and play the guitar once again. So we see him come back to the world. When it comes to Frozen, that first film, I think, is really good. I like Olaf. I think he's very funny. I like the visuals. There's a good score. It's composed. Also, the movie has memorable songs. With the Sing movies, you have pop songs that the animals sing. So there are songs that are sung in the Sing movies, which I know for sure. There's songs in there that I like, but the Sing movies don't create new memorable songs, whereas the Frozen movies come up with new memorable songs. I mean, with Frozen, you have Let It Go for the first time in forever, In Summer, Do You Want to Build a Snowman, Frozen Heart, Valley. With Frozen 2, you have Some Things Never Change, Show Yourself, Into the Unknown, Kristoff's Power Ballad song, Olaf's song, and I think that the journey for Anna and Elsa is really well done in the Frozen movies. I like how with Anna and Elsa, frankly, you have this yin yang dynamic going on because, on the one hand, Anna craves connection, whereas Elsa craves isolation. They're opposites from each other in that regard. They have different personalities. We can see that Anna is just more extroverted, Elsa is more introverted. Elsa can come off as cold or distant, but we see in reality she does actually love Anna, even if that's not always what Anna sees. And like that, at the beginning of Frozen, we see Anna and Elsa were close as children, but then because of this incident where Elsa hits Anna with her powers, thus leading to them all, Anna, Elsa, and their parents going to the trolls. This means that Elsa feels guilt that carries on to her adult years. We can see that she's clearly traumatized by what happened when her and Anna were children, so that's why she pushes Anna away. We see that Anna is very much hurt by this, and so on the one hand, we can see that Anna's not making the best decisions when she chooses to accept Han's offer, his offer of marriage. But on the other hand, we totally get it because of what Anna's gone through. She's been alone for so long. We understand that she just is so desperately searching for someone who will actually be there for her. And thus, this person, Hans, who we learn later has ulterior motives, is able to come in and take advantage of that. At the end of the first film, we see it. Anna and Elsa's relationship has started to become better, but it's not fully perfect yet. Because we see in Frozen 2 that there's still clearly insecurity on Anna's part. Okay, Anna and Elsa now are actually doing things together. They're not separated anymore due to Elsa staying behind a door. But we also see that because Anna's so worried about Elsa, she doesn't really pay as much attention to Kristoff. By the end of the movie, you can tell Anna clearly has realized that. By the end of the second film, we can see Anna and Elsa's relationship is in a healthier place, where they still clearly love each other, but they're not, they don't need to always be present for each other. We see earlier on in the movie that Anna is clearly afraid of losing Elsa. By the end of the second film, she's clearly gotten over that fear. Also, in the case of Elsa, by the end of the first film, she's certainly in a better place where she's learned how to control her powers. She wants the gates to be open. The people of Arendelle are no longer afraid of her. But when you get to the second film, you see that she still does actually at one point push Anna away and thus ends up getting frozen. But then by the end of the second film, Elsa has realized what her purpose is. Also, in the case of Anna, I like in Frozen 2, we really see why Anna's a hero, frankly. Because when Anna's at her lowest point, Elsa has been frozen. Anna's not with Kristoff and Sven at the moment. She's separated from everyone she knows and loves. Anna's clearly grieving. She watched Olaf turn to flurries in her arms. But we see here, this is really powerful, Anna refuses to give up. She refuses to give in to despair and just stay there. She actually gets up, and actually she's the one who is responsible for the dam being broken, thus righting this wrong from the past. That's really powerful to me. We see there clearly why Anna is such a good person, because even though she doesn't have any powers like how Elsa has powers, Anna shows courage here in doing the right thing. And man, I think the actress who plays Anna deserves a lot of credit for just bringing the emotion to that song, The Next Right Thing. Overall, I'm going to definitely say I like the Frozen movies more. Part of it's because I have more nostalgia for them, but also part of it's because I feel like the characters are more memorable to me, whereas I don't think the characters are badly done in the same movies, but I just don't have as much to say about them because they just don't pop as much. I don't really remember as many of their names frankly, whereas I remember the names of characters from the Frozen movies. That'll be it for this video.